It blows my mind, ladies and gentlemen, that Ubisoft didn't go with a design like this of K-Vez. I mean, look at this. I just designed this 30 seconds ago. Made a few modifications with the AI prompts, and I think this is absolutely perfect. I have seen some retarded donkeys on Twitter X posting over-the-top, doll-like versions of K-Vez as if they're making an absolute effing point, which they're not. That is being cringe for absolute cringe sake. But me, take things a little bit more in-depth, a bit more intuitive, and yes, still got the Hispanic prompt for my AI creation right here. But oh my god, this is so perfect. If we had this game design for Star Wars Outlaws instead of the Zendaya flat pancaked version we get instead, which, by the way, I watched Star Wars Theory this morning on a live stream trying to play Star Wars Outlaws, and then he encountered a bug within the game. And Theory, can you just come here, please? Just come here a bit more closely. I'm just going to do a Benny Hill on your big Professor X dome right here, because first of all, I sent him a super chat. He read it out, but he didn't quote me in the super chat. Shame on you, Theory. I thought you were better than that, but I still love you, bro. And secondly, if you play the game for quite a few hours, I don't think Ubisoft will give you a refund anyway. So I think that's really bad consumer product on their part. Why would they do that? Because they're Ubisoft, and Ubisoft learns nothing. They know Star Wars Outlaws will be an absolute failure. They know people will seek a refund, but there's a glitch in the force, Luke, where they can't allow you to process that. And hopefully there might be some legal mindset where people can somehow, through consumer protection, get their money back if they're dissatisfied with the product. Everybody was warning you since Monday, Theory. Everybody was warning. Everybody was saying that this game has so many bugs in it. But when it's released, hopefully they'll fix the bugs and then you'll get a near perfect version of the game. The problem is the near perfect version isn't this version of K-Vez. It's this one instead. At this stage, I would rather hang out with ugly Jean Grey from the Insomniac Wolverine game, or my best pal, Angelina from Silent Hill 2. I can hardly wait. I mean, look, I'll say this much about Angela from Silent Hill 2. At least there is a bit of hope. She's got some boobage and some bumbage down below, because yes, it's all clouded by an oversized jumper and baggy trousers, but somewhere in there is a woman trying to get out. It's just that she's trapped by Bluebird Team's god-awful game design. But this is not awful, ladies and gentlemen. This is an absolute work of art. And I'm just going to sit here and admire this for the next few minutes. Don't mind me, just carry on watching the rest of the video. I'll be right back. So before I begin today's video, ladies and gentlemen, this might be the third one you see today, depending on how quickly I can get them all edited and uploaded online. But honestly, folks, you're probably wondering, why am I wearing the same t-shirt for a few days in a row? Quite simply, I don't have what they call in the UK a wet room. So there's no bathroom, you can just walk in and shower. So for the last few days I've been a bit rather stinky winky, actually. It's because I can't climb into the shower at the moment because my legs are still quite weak. So bear and grin it, folks. I'm just here to bring you videos, and no matter how much I stink, and I'll tell you what, at the moment, gosh, even I want to pass out. I don't need smelling salt. Honestly, if I just smell my armpit, that's more than enough to ignite my senses right away. But something that's really, really funny, folks, is Concord. Not that great behemoth of an aviation creation in the sky. No, the disastrous DEI, ESG-filled video game from Sony.
Getting past me.
Yeah, I can't imagine why, Mari. Is that because you ate all the McDonald's restaurants in my area? Nothing can get past her, ladies and gentlemen. Can she even get past a fast if you put her on one? I highly doubt that.
Hello, campers. Rise and shine.
How do you write women so well?
I think of a man, and I take away reason and accountability.
Returning to the kitchen,
Who are you?
the blind butler encounters the dumb cook.
Oh, you must be the new kitchen maid.
Look at me.
Professor Plum, who's looking for a way.
I'm looking.
I think the trouble is over here.
Trouble.
While we've been doing our silly little jokes and sketches, you've been sitting there gasping, "This is the greatest show I've seen in my life."
And without further ado, folks, from that part place yet again, Concord player reports over 8-minute wait. Oh my gosh, an over 8-minute wait time as game has lost over 60% of its players already. That is absolutely hysterical. And look at that character. Don't you want to play as that overweight tubalard from Mexico? I know I do. Woo. Wow. Oh, and look at that. These are your sexy video game characters, folks, for your own Battlefront 2 or maybe Overwatch 2 style arena. Oh my word. So Concord went live and probably should have stayed dead at that point on August the 23rd and only hit a peak concurrent player count of 697. Not 697,000, 697. That was a 70% decline from the game's open beta back in July, which hit a peak concurrent player count of 2,388. I know in my previous video I said 338. Clearly, I was off my trolley back then. Oh, poor Concord. You know, you could have been a good game, but honestly, when you see another Overwatch clone or a PUBG clone, why do you want to play it? I mean, PUBG's third person, I get that, but they're both similar in many ways. So again, oh God, and they're not my type of games, to be honest. I'm not really into that. So the weekend has come and gone, and Concord's 24-hour peak concurrent player count continues to decline. On Monday the 26th, which is a bank holiday for us in the UK, the game hit a 24-hour peak of just 276 players. That's a 60% decline from Friday when the game launched. Again, what was it that the game developer said? We're going to be running this for 5 more years on our servers. No, you're not. That ain't going to happen. And here we are on Reddit. So, just waited 8 minutes for matchmaking and then it timed out. You know, I watch a guy called Shadows on YouTube who does Gears of War live streams, and he doesn't wait even 8 hours for a game that is like 4 years old. I'm talking about the last Gears of War game, Gears 5, and honestly, he has less wait times there to play Guardian than this person has for a brand new game that launched last Friday. Oh my God, the 23rd of August. It's hysterical. Decided to play something else in between and came back on peak hours. This really doesn't look promising at all, and it's from Belgium. Yeah, so you would think Belgium has good internet service, right? Would have no problem, but nope, they clearly haven't thought about it at PlayStation Europe, have they? So I am not surprised. Look at that, look at that. Brave and stunning, folks. Imari from Concord. Oh my God. Which does remind me about another game that you might have forgotten about, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Because some of you may have forgotten, and I've spoken about this lovely actress before called Janina Gavankar, who, if you ever saw True Blood, she actually was butt naked in that series, and I rather enjoyed that actually. She's a good actress. But she played Iden Versio in the single player campaign, which was so-so because she ends up joining the rebellion in the end, when before she was a bit of a dubious dark character, which I kind of preferred. But here she is. And right, they are basing it on the likeness of the actress. So before you all start saying, oh, she looked horrible. No, it's quite a nice character design. This is 2017, folks.
Addies.
Mission accomplished, Commander.
0 casualties. Looks like you're still second in command.
Oh, I'm patient.
See, some nice playful banter, not about I'm a woman, I'm better than you bullshit. And yeah, the reason why I bring this up because it's kind of worth revisiting again. People still play the online component of that game. That might be the last best Star Wars title. Well, actually, no. There is obviously, of course, the Jedi Fallen Order and Survivors, which have just come out recently. I will say this much regarding Respawn Entertainment and the third entry of the Jedi series, whatever that the next title is going to be called, because I do worry now that since, of course, and I believe I've mentioned this in the last video, where Respawn Entertainment are all about LGBT friendly equality and all that nonsense. The thing is, I wonder if some of that activism is going to creep its way into the third installment of that Jedi series starring Cameron Monaghan and will somehow infect and dilute the game player base of that beloved series of Star Wars titles. But who knows? So far they've been good at avoiding the strangle cord of Kathleen Kennedy, because whenever she's sniffing around to try and rectify things, it ends up being an absolute big pile of dog shit. So on that one, folks, are you surprised about the demise, the 60% demise of the player base not returning to Concord? I'm not. Good. It serves it right, because you could have had a great game from the offset. I know it's a first-person shooter, so why does it matter what your character looks like? Well, the irony is a lot of the promotional campaign is all in third person to tell you why you shouldn't play this game in first person at all. And on that one, ladies and gentlemen, if you were me and if you were you, and if your dog is still feeling blue, you might want to hit that subscribe button, like the like button, and I'll catch you catching me returning for the next video.
Ooh, makes me want to dance!
PlayStation.
Tune in next time, Space Freaks, and hear your doobry go ping in the next gripping installment of
Kung Fu Hot Dog.